Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EURUSD. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video. Okay, let's take a look at the euro currency. This is the daily chart. If you remember, in the previous week we have discussed the 129.50 area. Since we said around that area stand some targets as on the daily time frame, also that is support, and theoretically market still has the opportunity to continue move to the upside. And we said depending on how market will behave around that area, this will give us the clue what to expect. Should we expect the upper retracement yet, or it shouldn't happen, it won't come, and we should be start to search the possibility to enter on the short side of the market. So now you can see that market give us the clear hint on its intention, and that market is probably will proceed lower in the medium term perspective in a row with the monthly bearish trend. I just want to remind you that our long-term expectation on the euro currency is 116 area at minimum. So that is the minimum target in the long-term perspective. And even this pullback to the potential 135 area, 137 area that we have discussed, it should be just the retracement. But looks like now it will not happen. On the daily time frame, I would like to attract your attention to a couple of moments. First of all, as I said, this is a breakout of the significant level, and markets really continue to the downside rather strongly. Second is take a look at the monthly pivot levels. That is monthly pivot point for the May. That is monthly pivot support 1, and that is monthly pivot support 2. I think that all of you know that when market stands in some trend, usually retracement holds by weekly pivot resistance 1 or monthly pivot resistance 1 or monthly pivot support 1, depending on what trend is developing. So if we assume that market should retrace and continue move to the upside, in this case I suppose that monthly pivot support 1 should hold this area, and market probably could move a bit lower, but later it should accelerate further. But when the market accelerates almost without any retracement and within filled gaps to the downside and reaches the monthly pivot support 2, this is an indication that probably the trend is continuing on the monthly time frame, on the weekly time frame. So when the market breaks the support or resistance 1, it's an indicator of the potential continuation in the same direction. That is first warning sign for the bulls. Third moment is just levels that I have marked on the daily time frame. We see two confluence supports, resistance areas 129.68, 129.93. That is the first area. The second area is 130.70, 131.03. It's right here. Also take a look that market still stands at some support. This is the minus 786 support on the daily time frame. Also, that's monthly pivot support 2. You can see that market stands not at a oversold, since levels of oversold stands around 127.30 area for today's trading session. So market has pretty room to the downside. So since market has clarified its perspective, the further intention to continue move to the downside, that is quite logical. I have said in the weekly research that that is also only the theoretical chances that market still could show the move to the upside, but I have some suspicion about this possibility. But still, if market had these theoretical chances, we had to investigate them. So we have done this. Now we should be prepared for the continuation move to the downside, and now our major task is to find the point to enter on the short side of the market. On the daily time frame, I see some possibilities for that. First of all, take a look at this thrust to the downside. Although currently it hasn't sufficient number of bars to the downside, but one or 2 days to the downside, and we will get the context for the potential bread and butter sell. In this case, probably we should wait for the retracement to the confluence resistance area to enter on the short side of the market with a potential continuation to the downside. So anyway, we need some pullback on the daily time frame and to sell the rally and possess ourselves on the short side of the market with the expectation that market will continue to move to the downside. Currently, I do not see any patterns and potential hints on the retracement, at least on the daily time frame. We see that market at some support. We know that retracement has the possibility to come, and if it will happen, we should use that level or probably that level as the confluence resistance area to enter on the short side of the market. On the 4-hour time frame, we see that was our butterfly. Take a look how market has responded to the significant levels. 127 target of this butterfly reversal point, just shallow free-at resistance retracement. Market continue move to the 618, hit here in this area and no retracement at all. So this butterfly has failed miserably. Market really continue move to the downside. Now we see another support line on the 4-hour time frame. That is an area of the weekly pivot support one, and also the completion point of that recent A, B, C top D pattern. So retracement probably could happen here. In fact, you see the same levels as on the daily time frame. Also take a look at that level. It's around 129.50. First of all, it includes broken 618 resistance on the support on the daily time frame, and also it includes the weekly pivot point. So still market is it is still possible that market could retrace this level, since market trades weekly pivot points with a high probability during the week. So anyway, currently we see all trends that are bearish on the monthly time frame, on the weekly time frame, on the daily, and on the 4-hour time frame. So market has clarified its intention to continue move to the downside. So we now have this solid bearish context, and we should search the possibility to enter on the short side of the market. Is a potential area of this. I see potential retracement if it will happen based on some support, and due to this thrust is the bread and butter sell trade, probably around 129.50, 129.70 area, around this confluence, or on the 4-hour time frame. It's the same level, also includes weekly pivot point. That will be perfect price action. If market will show this retracement, we could try to use it for entry on the short side of the market. So currently our task is to watch for the price action and do not skip the retracement that could come in the nearest days.